What is up, studies? Matthew, I'm coming at you and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, as we're still getting into the gist of 2021, I thought it would be perfect to take a trip down memory lane and read your guys' Corona/quarantine confessions. So let's jump straight in.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa.
Starting off, we have family matters, and really the first one is just wow. And it says, I have been drinking a lot more, haven't we all? My wife is incapable of being quiet. She bangs around with nervous energy all day. The virus is bad enough, but quarantine is killing me. The day before yesterday, she was gone to work for hours, and I drank enough to black out. Really? You drank enough to black out, so you didn't have to listen to your wife talk? Like, I get the logic, but at the same time I'm also like, why? Why don't you just talk to her and tell her that she talks too much, or that she's walking around with negative and nervous energy and that's making you nervous, or something, like sit down and talk about it. Don't drink so you pass out or black out so you don't have to listen to your wife talk. Like, it doesn't make sense. But hey, people have their own things, so you do you, I guess. Moving on. The next one says, I finally have a solid reason for not visiting my in-laws. Believe me, this has been so restorative for my emotional health. I've heard a lot of stories where people don't like their in-laws, and the in-laws just shout and complain and fight with them the whole time. So I guess if you don't like your in-laws, this is a perfect time to, or a very solid reason to not go visit them. And I guess it's also a chance to, like exactly what this person said, it's very good for his or her emotional health, which is really, really good. In a time like this, your mental health, your emotional health, all those have to be really, really good. So if you can improve it and distance yourself from that stuff that is giving you negative energy and stuff, again, for instance, from the first one or the second one, the wife that talks too much, or the in-laws, distance yourself from them, get some separation, get some space, so that you can better improve your mental health and your emotional health. That's going to be a big positive. I literally don't have any words for the first ones, like I just can't. I really can't. But anyway, moving on to the second category, it is happy with the status quo, obviously meaning being happy not with corona per se, but being happy with quarantine, being happy with being at home, doing school from home, doing work from home, all that type of stuff. Yeah. So the first one says, I'm worried that I like staying at home so much that it will be difficult to go out and do things again. Honestly, I know of certain people, and I know it even happened to myself and my family, where when we were in level 5 lockdown restrictions, obviously we didn't go anywhere, you couldn't go anywhere, all that type of stuff. And then, as levels started opening up, you were like, but I like being at home and I don't want to go back to work or to school. Or I know a couple of times my dad asked me if, because I did school at home last year, would I carry on doing school at home. I was like, yeah, 100%. Like, I would love to go back to how we were before, or even after, without corona and that type of stuff, being on campus, being with my friends, all that type of stuff. But while corona is still here, while corona is still a problem, I would 100% definitely be at home. But even when it comes to jobs and stuff, I've heard about so many people that are like, they don't want to go back to work because they like working home. You like waking up a bit later, you like staying in your pajamas while you work, or if you're cold, you can just go and sit under the blankets in your bed, or get hot chocolate, or whatever. So there's many positives. Obviously there are negatives. Obviously, again, like this person said, that they are scared that once things open up, they won't be able to go and do anything again because they're so used to being at home. So again, there are positives and negatives. I think just to have a good balance between them, which that will definitely help you as well. The next one says, wow. I hope that coronavirus conspiracy theorists get infected by the coronavirus. Yeah, I'm not even gonna comment on that. So the next one, I think a lot of us actually thought of this and have felt it a lot more definitely this year, well, last year and this year, and it says, I am a germaphobe and am secretly glad that, for once, everyone else has to experience the same anxiety I live with and try to hide every day. I mean, I wouldn't say before Corona I was a germaphobe, but like there were certain things that I was like, whoa, you know, like I was constantly washing my hands, wiping things down, you know, all that type of stuff. But it's more of like just keeping things clean, and I guess in a way, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, but I think in a way everyone is. But yeah, definitely now, and even last year, you know, when Corona was, that was gonna sound wrong. When Corona started, that's the better way to say. When Corona started and, you know, really impacted our lives here, I think a lot of people was like, I have to wipe down everything in my house. Every time I go somewhere, I have to sanitize. I know at first, like in level 5 restrictions or level 4, when people went out, they would literally come home, take a shower, and change clothes because of they were scared Corona was on their clothes or on their body, or you know, that type of stuff. Obviously, as the year progressed, we all learned how to deal and cope with Corona, which is why I'm also like, I don't get why people are just don't listen to the president. Like, wear your mask, sanitize, wash hands. We know these things, just do them. And the quicker we start doing them, and the more we start doing them, the quicker this thing is gonna go away, and the quicker we can get back to our lives. So it's like, you know, don't make life more and more and more difficult for everyone else. Just do your part and things will be better. Things will be okay. But yeah. I think this next one is definitely for everyone because it says, I'm already lazy, so this is right up my alley. Child, sweetheart, let me tell you, everyone is lazy. We all want time, and I think as much as it is, like I saw this post the other day and it said I really needed this year. Like 2020 as a whole was a horrible year, don't get me wrong, but the post said I needed this year because it opened my eyes up to a lot of things, and I think me personally that did work for me, and I know for a lot of my friends and people that I know of, it also, like we've had many discussions where it also helped them, where they needed this year in terms of realizing who your true friends are, getting self-love, self-respect, cutting people off, cutting negative vibes and relationships and, you know, all that type of stuff, just ending it and cutting it off and stuff. So I do definitely think a lot of people did need this year, but I think we also need this year to be lazy and to just like, with everything, with life being so hectic and stuff, we also need this year at home just to, you know, calm down and come back down to ourselves and down to earth. So I do definitely think we needed this as well, in a way.